You think you know me, and you think you know me.
Edge and Christian have done so much in the WWE, and with both ending up in AEW together, I think it's only fitting we cover the history of the Rated R Superstar and Captain Charisma. These two Canadians made an indelible mark in tag team wrestling, capturing the WWF Tag Team Championship an astounding 7 times. But their legacy extends beyond championship gold. They pioneered tables, ladders and chairs matches, pushing the boundaries and entertaining fans like never before. They have both had huge solo success, with Edge winning a total of 31 titles at WWE, and Christian being the only wrestler to win major championships in WWE, ECW, AEW and Impact. So without further ado, let's spear our way into the history of Edge and Christian. After honing their skills under the watchful eye of mentors Ron Hutchison and Sweet Daddy Siki, the dynamic duo donned new personas, Sexton Hardcastle and Christian Cage. Their tag team saw them go by various names, each more electrifying than the last. High Impact, Suicide Blondes, Revolution X, Hard Impact and Canadian Rockers. In the gritty time of 1997, they became part of a notorious faction, Thug Life. A group that included the likes of Joey Legend, Rhino Richards, Bloody Bill Scullion, Big Daddy Adams and Martin Kane. During their time on the independent circuit, Sexton Hardcastle and Christian Cage achieved tag team glory. They captured the ICW Street Fight Tag Team Championships twice and the SSW Tag Team Championship once. This phase in their careers was a testing ground, a place where they fine-tuned their craft and began to make a name for themselves. But little did they know, their journey was just beginning. In the summer of 1998, a mysterious loner emerged from the shadows, making his enigmatic WWE debut on an episode of Raw is War. This enigmatic figure was none other than Edge, and his arrival would mark the beginning of a remarkable WWE career. Edge, as he was now known, had the aura of mystique about him that set him apart. He often appeared unexpectedly, emerging from the crowd like a phantom to confront his unsuspecting opponents. His first major rival was the enigmatic vampire Gangrel, a clash that would set the stage for a dark and brooding chapter in Edge's career. During a critical match against Owen Hart at In Your House Breakdown, a mysterious man bearing a striking resemblance to Edge emerged to distract him, ultimately leading to Hart's victory over Edge. This mystery man was revealed to be Christian, Edge's storyline brother. Together with Gangrel, they formed the Brood, a stable notorious for their eerie presence, blood-soaked entrances, and unsettling aura. For a brief moment, the Brood aligned themselves with the Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, immersing themselves further into the shadows. However, their loyalty was tested when Christian was nearly sacrificed for revealing Stephanie McMahon's whereabouts. In a daring act of rebellion, Edge and Christian chose their path, breaking free from the Ministry and Gangrel, and eventually turned into fan favourites who marched to the beat of their own drum. A gothic storyline unravelled as they clashed with the Hardy Boys. The Hardys, briefly aligning with Gangrel, formed a new Brood, setting the stage for an intense rivalry. Their rivalry reached its pinnacle in a high-stakes ladder match, where victory meant not only glory, but also the coveted managerial services of Terry Runnels. Edge and Christian kicked off the tournament with 2 wins, setting the stage for a tense showdown. However, the Hardys displayed incredible resilience, leading to a climatic ladder match at No Mercy. In a match that left the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats, the Hardy Boys emerged victorious, claiming Terry's services and sealing their status as heroic figures. But as any great story goes, there had to be a twist. Terry Runnels, in a bid to manipulate, tried to drive a wedge between Edge and Christian, but the duo stood firm, rejecting her schemes. Edge and Christian's unwavering unity solidified their bond, marking the beginning of a legendary partnership that would redefine tag team wrestling in the WWE. Their journey was just beginning, and the WWE Universe was in for a wild ride with these two Canadian comrades. Little did anyone know, they were about to change the landscape of WWE forever. As Edge and Christian's career soared, their rivalry with the Hardy Boys escalated, setting the stage for a monumental clash at WrestleMania 2000. In a historic ladder match, Edge and Christian secured their first WWF Tag Team Championship, beating the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. This triumph would be a pivotal moment in their journey, but with victory came a dramatic transformation. No longer the mysterious Brood members, they reinvented themselves as comedic and arrogant surfer-styled teen idols, embracing their role as WWE's most entertaining troublemakers. Their antics were a sight to behold, from mocking their opponents to making fun of the cities they performed in, all while using their trademark phrase, reek of awesomeness.
Brock, can you smell it? That's us, totally reeking of awesomeness!
Edge and Christian's 5-second pose became a crowd favourite, where they'd freeze in odd positions to entertain the fans, and of course generate a chorus of boos. But their reign as champions would not go without challenges. At Backlash, they triumphed over the formidable D-Generation X, solidifying their status as the team to beat. But yet they couldn't evade defeat forever. On a fateful night in 2000, they faced Too Cool and surrendered their titles. But their desire to regain gold burned brighter than ever. At King of the Ring, they outshone other teams in a Four Corners elimination match to secure their second WWF Tag Team Championship. Their most iconic moment was yet to come. At SummerSlam, they defended their titles against the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys in the first ever tables, ladders and chairs match. But before the carnage began, Edge and Christian, true to their style, chose to mock their rivals with a 37-second pose, featuring little people dressed as their opponents. A moment that'll probably be etched in WWE history forever. But as Edge and Christian's journey continued, their rivalry with the Hardy Boys reached new heights. At Unforgiven, in a brutal steel cage match, they lost the Tag Team Championships to the Hardy Boys, but Edge and Christian were not ones to back down. Just one night later, they demanded a rematch on Raw is War, setting the stage for an epic ladder match. Unfortunately, the outcome remained the same. They couldn't reclaim the titles. With a heavy stipulation hanging over their heads, never challenging for the Tag Team Championship while the Hardy Boys held the titles, Edge and Christian resorted to a unique strategy. Under the masks of Los Conquistadores, they embarked on a surprising journey. On one fateful night on Raw is War, they defeated the formidable Dudley Boys, proving their in-ring prowess remained unmatched. Their quest for redemption led them to a tag team battle royale on SmackDown, and they emerged victorious, earning another shot at the tag team titles. At No Mercy, they faced the Hardy Boys once more. In a thrilling encounter, Edge and Christian reclaimed the tag team championships, proving that their bond was unbreakable. But just when it seemed like they had overcome all odds, a new challenge emerged. Another duo, masquerading as Los Conquistadores, entered the fray. On that fateful night, Los Conquistadores faced Edge and Christian, leading to a shocking revelation. As the masks were torn off, it was none other than the Hardy Boys themselves, reaffirming their dominance in this intense rivalry. The rollercoaster ride of Edge and Christian's careers was far from over, and their legacy continued to evolve, setting the stage for even greater chapters in their storied history. As the year 2000 unfolded, Edge and Christian's journey took them down an unexpected path. In a surprising turn of events, they teamed up with Kurt Angle, forming Team Ek, but when Rhino entered the scene, it became Team Wreck. Their unstoppable momentum led them to Armageddon, where they competed in a Four Corners match, and against all odds, Edge and Christian emerged victorious, claiming their fourth WWF Tag Team Championship. In the following weeks, the titles changed hands like never before. Edge and Christian found themselves in a fierce battle against The Rock and The Undertaker, and lost the titles, but would later get them back for a fifth time. Then at the Royal Rumble, they lost the championships to the Dudley Boys. They decided to help the Hardy Boys defeat the Dudley Boys on the 5th of March 2001's episode of Raw. and then 2 weeks later, they beat the Hardys to get the titles back again for the 6th time. And that same night they lost them again to the Dudleys, making them the shortest reigning tag champs of all time. But it was at WrestleMania 17, in the second ever TLC match, that they etched their names into history. With an unforgettable performance and the help of their teammate Rhino, they secured their 7th and final WWF Tag Team Championship. Their reign, though legendary, came to an end at the hands of the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. This marked the end of an era for Edge and Christian, as they set their sights on new horizons. As the summer of 2001 approached, Edge and Christian's companionship faced an unexpected challenge, a royal one to be exact. At the King of the Ring, the pinnacle of their alliance was put to the test when Edge won the prestigious tournament. All 4 members of Team Rec had reached the semi-finals, but only one could claim the crown. In their hometown of Toronto, Christian's reaction to Edge's victory was far from supportive. He carried Edge's trophy to the ring, but the trophy's purpose soon took a sinister turn. Christian, consumed by jealousy, unleashed a one-man concerto on his brother, turning his back on their friendship and aligning himself with the Alliance. For several months, Edge and Christian clashed over the WWF Intercontinental Championship, igniting a rivalry that tore them apart. Their paths went separate ways as Christian embarked on a successful journey in TNA as Christian Cage, capturing the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, Edge continued his ascent in WWE. He won the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 21, eventually cashing in his contract to become the WWE Champion, and their stories continued on separate paths, filled with triumphs and challenges, as Edge and Christian carved their own legacies in the world of professional wrestling. Their friendship may have fractured, but their impact would be felt for years to come. In 2009, the wrestling world witnessed a reunion like none other. Christian made his return to WWE at Backlash and captured the ECW Championship, marking his first World Championship in WWE. After Christian's title win, and before Edge's historic 9th World Championship victory on the same night, the long-lost friends finally reconnected on television. Christian didn't hold back, publicly calling out Edge for losing his sense of fun. Their on-screen interaction marked the first time since Christian's return that the duo had shared the screen. On a memorable night in their hometown of Toronto, Christian confronted Edge. A brawl ensued, reminding fans of their tumultuous history. Over the next year, Edge and Christian's relationship evolved. They found themselves reunited at the 2010 Slammy Awards, rekindling their companionship. Edge paid homage to Christian by using his signature move, the Kill Switch, during a title defense at the 2011 Royal Rumble. Christian returned to WWE and came to Edge's aid in the face of attacks by Alberto Del Rio. Their bond was reignited. Edge and Christian, after 6 years apart, officially reunited as a tag team, taking on Del Rio and his henchmen. Their teamwork flourished, leading to a series of victories. Their genuine friendship shone through as they stood side by side once more. During Edge Appreciation Night, the two shared a heartfelt moment. They have had their differences, but their brotherhood was unbreakable. In 2012, WWE paid tribute to Edge, inducting him into the Hall of Fame. Christian, his dear friend, had the honour of inducting him. As the ceremony came to a close, Edge and Christian side by side struck their iconic 5-second pose, an enduring symbol of their enduring friendship. Years passed, and Edge and Christian continued to make their mark on the wrestling world. In 2014, they made a memorable return as guest hosts on Monday Night Raw, only to face the wrath of Seth Rollins and The Authority. The duo also graced the Stone Cold podcast on the WWE Network, reminiscing about their legendary careers. Then in 2020,
You think you know me?
the wrestling universe erupted with joy as Edge, after years of retirement and neck surgeries, made the triumphant return at the Royal Rumble. His feud with Randy Orton not only reignited their epic rivalry, but also brought Christian back into the fray. At 2021 Royal Rumble, the duo reignited in the ring, a moment cherished by fans around the world. But as the chapters of their careers unfold, change is inevitable. Christian departed WWE for AEW in March 2021, marking a new journey for both. And in August 2023, Edge revealed that his WWE contract would soon expire, and WWE extended an offer, but Edge, known as Adam Copeland, chose a different path, allowing his contract to expire. And his contract expired on the 1st of October 2023. The same night his contract expired, the wrestling world watched in awe as Adam Copeland made his AEW debut on Wrestle Dream, living up to the name of the ultimate opportunist. In a moment that will be remembered for ages, he confronted his longtime friend Christian Cage, signalling a new chapter in their storied careers. Tony Khan would announce that Adam Copeland will now be a full-time wrestler on AEW. And here we are today. What do you think is next for these two? A huge rivalry? That's what it's looking like. Or another link-up? Let us know in the comments.
Go fuck yourself.
Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and click here for another. You can also support us further by joining our Patreon and becoming one of the Dawgs. You'll get exclusive benefits like watch-alongs of old matches, Patreon-only streams, and opportunities to work alongside us. So if you're interested in any of that, the Patreon link is in the description. Nice one.